All right, we are live in the event. So what we're gonna do is just, I just want to take a moment to just, I can't show everybody, but let's take a moment to just show everybody here that came in for this wonderful event. So I'm very, very excited to have you here with us. To have you here with us, and I'm honored that this book, it's been in the making for over 10 years plus, maybe 15, to be honest with you, because I've lost count, but I know it's over 10. And I'm going to share what birthed out of me besides Father God, but the reason why it was birthed out of me. Video? Okay, thank you. Before I go into that, I just want to introduce myself again. My name is Michelle Valerie, and I'm honored to be here with you. And the event that we're holding today is not just this book that God gave me to bring to His people. It's called Chosen Now What. And in my own personal journey, I've been a believer for a long time. But however, in that walk, I've had so many questions, so many doubts, wanted to give up, and just sometimes I wanted to run and not look back. But in the midst of it all, I couldn't, because specifically one day I was driving, and I was in Tampa, and I had my car. I finished. You could come on in, free event. Glad to have you. I have my kids with me. Yeah, come on in. They're welcome. And then so I was sitting in the dark in my car, and I said, Lord, because I had finished my last semester, well, the semester before the last, and I was having financial issues. I didn't know where ends was gonna meet, whatever. I was like, my dorm, I don't know if I'll be able to stay there next year. And then so I said, you know what? I took all my stuff and I said, I'm going back home. And as I sat there, I sat in the car crying, talking to the Lord, and I said, I'm going back home. And then there's still a silent voice that said, okay, you can go back home. I was so happy. I was joking. I said, thank you, thank you. I said, I don't have to like struggle and worry about how this is going to be anymore. And I'll finish when I finish. That's not the big deal. And then so when I'm getting the car ready to go, then I hear, but you'll be back again. Mm. I said, well, I said, I don't want to come back. I'll go to another school. I don't want to come back. He said, that's your option. You can go home, but know that you'll be back again. Or you can stay and finish the race and finish your assignment. Now, my tears just started falling again. I was like, I said, this is so unfair. I said, how are you going to tell me to go, and then in the same sentence you change it? He's like, because this is not about you. This is not about you. And that night I went home. Um, I went back to the college because I had like a week left, and it was before we exit or whatever. I just chose to leave on my own will. I went back, and then this book started pouring down on me. Cause I was writing it out of just the sadness. I was like, I'm chosen. I heard chosen now what? I said, chosen now what? And then he's like, I want you to write a book about being chosen. And I was like, a book about being chosen, okay, so we're peculiar people, chosen, all of that. And then he said, no, I want you to write about the journey of being a chosen vessel. Whew. And when I tell you, that took everything out of me. Welcome YouTube, welcome Facebook. Sorry guys, I have an audience too. So I'm trying to, work it all out. That took everything out of me to say, okay, Lord, my journey, what they forget to tell you, whether it's school, whether it's life, whether it's, marriage, dealing with family, dealing with workplace, total strangers, that there's going to be a cost. You're not always going to get up and want to go. You're not always going to want to be nice to people. People are not always going to want to be nice to you. But what do? Do you just not show up because somebody was mean to you that day? Do we raise our kids like that? They go to school, our little toddlers beating up each other. Oh, I'm not going back, and that one doesn't like me. No, you train them how to, like, maneuver into, society. And this is the same thing as God was trying to tell me. I'm going to take you on a journey. It's a journey that it's not going to be comfortable. You're not always going to have what you want. You're not always going to hear what you want to hear. You're not always going to have people celebrate you all the time. But will you stay the course? So my yes started that night when I didn't get in the car and I completely drove away. I did not go back home. I said, okay, Lord, I'm going to trust you. I'm just going to trust you on this journey. And might I tell you, it cost me everything. It cost me friends, it cost me family, because I had to leave my family, literally. See people like my nieces, my nephews are growing up. I can't be there. People getting married. Sometimes I could go, sometimes I couldn't go. So the sacrifice was a lot. But however, looking back to now, it disciplined me in a way where I didn't give up so easily. I didn't quit so easy. When life came, and life came, there's other things I will tell at another time that I'm even dealing with now. But when life comes, you're either going to be ready to face it or you're going to be ready to just call it quits. And call it quits might seem like the easiest thing to do, but however, the easiest thing to do is not always the easiest thing because you will have to face that cycle again. You will have to revisit that which you did not finish. Because I remember to a great quote that used to say, God will not bless you past your last act of obedience of what He told you to do. And so, because I didn't quit, I can say I'm holding a vision. I'm holding something that's going to change many lives because I didn't quit. And I have not gone because I just got this yesterday. I'll be honest with you, from my publisher. I just got it yesterday, so I didn't have time to dissect every little thing. I did the work with having it to come forth, but me personally, I need like time to just read it and remember why I am here and why you are here, because all of you are chosen. I must tell you. And so, background for me. I grew up as a PK's child of, both of my parents, and my lineage goes back to, they weren't always Christians, but it started with my dad. When he became a Christian, then the whole family, and they were very, very much involved, like holding crusade, doing all kind of, in the Haitian community, because that's where I was raised before I came here. And so I knew what it was to love God at a young age. But you have to not only, and I'm not trying to make this about God, but it's part of who I am. So if you see it, it's just coming out naturally. So please, just know that it's from the heart. So I grew up in that atmosphere. So when I was 9, I had to make another choice. You're always making choices in this life. So at 9, I had to now decide if I wanted to get baptized. And I was like, well, why do people need to be baptized? I said I love you, right? Well, good. Why do I have to go through all this? But it was an act of obedience, not only in front of in my personal relationship with Him, but in the midst of the congregation, in the midst of anybody who saw me down the street. Yep, she sold out. She went all the way. She got baptized and everything. So it was acknowledging Him, not just in private, in my personal prayer. So at 9, I had to decide: am I just gonna know my father's God or my mother's God, or do I want to come into that conclusion of knowing Him personally? And I tell you, when I went September 29, 1995, I believe, yeah, 1995, I think, yeah. I went under that water. When I came up, I felt clean like never before. It just felt so refreshing. It's like all my pain, all my disappointments, they just stayed there. And when I rose from the baptism, it was like I had a clean start. I was just very young. I was very young. but I never forgot that. So I'm just, here to tell you, if you have a vision, if you have a dream, if you have a purpose, I don't care what it is, small, big, you don't believe that it's gonna happen, I'm here to tell you, not only it's gonna happen, but it's gonna require, it's gonna cost you everything. I would like to tell you it's gonna cost you some things, because this was sleepless nights. This was like, Lord, I don't want to tell that part of the story. Why? Nobody needs to know that. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, it's gonna cost you everything, but at the end, it will be worth it. As I said, this is like my first launch with the book. This is like my first baby. You guys are my first little first fruits. Thank you. Um, but I wouldn't change it for the world. And I know this is going to change the world, not just because it came from me or anything of that nature, but because it was a sacrifice of obedience. And some days I had, some days I didn't have, and I was okay with that because I was in the will. So I just want to say, this also brought inner healing to me, because mentally, because people are dealing with a lot of mental disorders, they're dealing with a lot of pressure in life in general, in whatever capacity you find yourself. Sometimes you're just like overwhelmed, even parents, all of that. It could be overwhelmed, but just remember, you have to take time to care for yourself first. Because if you are halfway, you're trying to take that little half you have to, you're gonna give them all your little half, and then you're gonna, can I get the little drop? Just a little drop. Hello. Yeah, you don't want to do that, because you have to remember, you are as important. You have to first feed yourself before you can feed anyone else, and that's in any capacity. So just remember that before you give everything that you have, make sure that you have a reserve. Just like, you don't want to, go in the bank and talk about, oh, I have all this money, and then you never save nothing, and then you go and take out your last little withdrawal, and then you be like, and then like, okay, man, you know you had a negative. How am I in a negative? I had all this money, but you never save for any weather. You never, put nothing aside. So it's just that's life. You can deposit into others, but make sure, as you withdrawing, you giving, that something is being deposited back to you, because it doesn't go one way. Life goes two ways. Yeah, you're gonna find people that are nice to you. You're gonna find people that are mean. But your attitude is what's gonna determine how you react or how you come out of the situation. It's not about the other person. It's always about you, the chosen one, the one that had seemed like they gotta sacrifice everything. When that one just like living life, the vida loca, while you over here just trying to, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna survive? But I'm here to tell you, will survive. So this book deals with okay, pretty much. We're gonna go into the chapters. It deals with the rejection truth, misunderstood truth, painful truth, isolation truth, surrendering truth, bitterness truth, and then you have the restoration truth. These are all the things I had to walk through, and I'm still walking through. But what I'm happy to say is that this can cut half of your walkthroughs. If I had to do 30 miles, you probably, with this, you only have to do like maybe, let's say half of it, 15 miles, because somebody walked through it before you. You don't have to learn the hard way. You don't have to learn the hard way. If you want to, hey, to each his own. But life is too short. We don't have a lot of time left to try to like, okay, oh, I'm gonna do things my way. Oh, I don't care if that person went to school, that this doctor went to school 8, 10 years. They went to school 8, 10 years, but you over here trying to finish in 2, and then you want to come operate on me. No. So just remember, it's not an easy walk. It is not an easy walk at all. So what we're gonna do, I have some cards here. I want you guys to come and get in any questions that you have for me as an author, as it relates to this book. anything that's in your heart you want to discuss, let's go ahead and discuss. And then after that, um, we have to make sure everybody, his name is in the gift box to get we'll give you some gifts or giveaways. And if you're online, oh, welcome, welcome, glad to have you here. Said Gamer, bless you. So Said Gamer, since you're the first one here, if you want, I'm also giving an online giveaway. So go ahead and ask your question. Whoever asks a question first, and then of course email me at valval099@gmail.com, and I'll send you your. All right. So welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here, and also yeah, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and, if you guys have your questions, write them down. And then in this box right here, the silver box, it says pick one. So everybody will get a chance to pick one. It's based on a chapter in the book. And whatever you picked, I've highlighted something that I wanna, discuss in the chapter. So go ahead and write your questions. Again, welcome YouTube, welcome Facebook, welcome everybody. Sorry Facebook, I could not go live because sometimes it does that. But however, whoever is replaying this video is asking the first question, you will get your giveaway. I'll mail it to you. I just need your information, so do it at send that at valval099@gmail.com, and I'll definitely see who was the first one to answer any question or join. So no problem. If you have any questions online, go ahead and let me know. All right? Okay, so wonderful. So what do you guys want to do first? Do you want to answer questions or do you want to do the box? No preference? All right, so let's do one from the box. How about that?
Good.
You could collect the questions, or they can read to me, and then we'll go from there. All right, since Josh was the first one here, we're gonna go ahead and have him come and pick one of these chapters.
Where do I stand?
You would sit right here. Thank you so much. You wanna introduce yourself?
Not really, but if you want me to.
Look at that smile.
My name's Josh, and I was going to the restroom and getting some water. I saw a book release and thought I'd just stop by and support.
Oh yeah, I appreciate Josh. Josh has a lot to offer everybody, don't worry. You'll hear from him a lot more. So go ahead, Josh. Oh, I'm letting you know. You're chosen, Josh. You're not here by accident. Oh no.
The rejection truth.
The rejection truth. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Josh he wanna start out hardcore.
Yes.
My God.
Very good.
All right, so let's go ahead and deal with the rejection truth. So let's see. I believe that's the first chapter actually. Okay. Just so you know, the rejection truth. I'm on the right page. Whew. God, I haven't read this like forever, but we're here. All right, it says, I can imagine the burden that must have been on her as a young mother. Now, this is talking about my mom, so pretty much you'll have to go back, I can imagine the burden that must have been on her as a young mother. However, it did not erase the pain and the rejection that came to me while I was still in the womb. I thank God that my mother did not decide to have an abortion. As grateful as I am, the sting of rejection still affected me as I spent 9 months in the belly of my mother, who did not carry joy in her heart, but regrets and disappointment that I was arriving so soon after just recently giving birth to her twins. I can only speak of the role that I began to play in the family due to rejections that had been imposed to me while in the womb. I was the loving child, always trying to keep the peace at any cost. I must make that statement. I love my mom forever, forever. She'll ever be my role model, my everything. She taught me. So whatever you read, not, a negative to her, it's just lesson learned that you can pass on. You understand? I, I don't know I'm gonna get through this, to be honest. Like I told you, this is first.
Press on.
Tissue? I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
No need to be sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about.
No need to be sorry. That's called reality.
All right, you with me, YouTube? You with me on Facebook? Let's do this together, okay? Hi, Josh. I'll try to forgive you on this one. I'll try. That's it. Whew, I can't even see. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I can only speak of the role that I began to play in the family due to the rejection that had been imposed on me while still in the womb. I was a loving child. I would not stop until I could bring smile to all faces. All the while, even at a young age, I was rejected and covering my own hurt and need for much nurturing because I was being overlooked for the adorable twins. So, who can relate to this or anything? Care to share, please? Come up if you don't mind. They need to hear you.
We have a very interesting situation where we have three grandchildren on one side of our family. The first daughter was about 4 years older than the twins who arrived later. Boy and a girl twins, fraternal twins. But what it has done to the first child, who was the apple of her father's eye for the first 4 years. I mean, he'd run every day with the pram, pushing her in front of him. And that's something that she could always relate to. She became very athletic because of that. But to see her today, because she has been somewhat passed over because of the twins, and one of the goals that my wife and I have is to do what we can to instill in her the fact that she has value and the fact that she is very intelligent and that she can excel at anything. She's a brilliant girl, but her social skills have just taken a nosedive simply because she's been bypassed.
My God, thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else? As you can see, rejection is not I don't even have the word. It's not your friend. It doesn't even have it's not prejudice. It doesn't care about your color, your social status. If you don't deal with it, it will deal with you. And as you can see, I'm still dealing with it. So that's why I told you this is all new and fresh to me, because I had not gone back there for a while. And again, I pray that that young lady will find her restoration. And love to have her have a copy of this, because we're all in our healing journey. No shame, no guilt, just lessons learned. That's what I say about that. As far as as you move along life, you can't blame. I had to learn to forgive, even when I didn't understand. But at a young age, I knew right and wrong, and I knew it just didn't feel right, But I'm going to promise you my first fruits here, first chosen fruits, that I will be able to stand one day and not have to cry. But if I do cry again, please forgive me. Just keep, push me on, because it's hard. It's a hard situation to deal with. Did we have questions, Lee? Oh, go ahead.
I want to get
Oh
up.
yeah. Bring this to her, honey.
Rejection is what someone does
Hold
to
on,
you.
she'll bring it for you, okay? Because they
Basically-
need to hear you.
Rejection is what someone does to you. They may be unintentional, it may be intentional,
Mm-hmm.
but the key is to forgive them. I felt rejected, I was told that I was rejected,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not know why, because I didn't feel like I had been rejected.
Mm.
But then my father explained to me why I was rejected, and someone else saw that rejection in me. And I forgave him because he was a young man. He did not know what life was all about. And when he left me, the spirit of rejection entered into me. And I do understand what you mean about your mother, because my second child, I did not know that I was pregnant. And thank God I didn't find out until she was 5 months within me. So I don't think she experienced the rejection to the point that I did. I don't know really about it, but I know that when I would go to pick up her father from work, I didn't want to go pick him up, and she didn't want to go either, because I could feel her just, moving in my belly. So rejection is what someone else does to you, knowing or unknowing, and the key is to forgive them.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen. The healing is to forgive.
Yes, thank you. Yes, key word is healing, because you have to be healed. And the healing doesn't happen overnight. It depends how deep that rejection root was. Because remember, 9 months. And then you come out and you see it like full blown in front of you. So it's just a continuation through your adolescent, through all of until you come to your realization that, you know what, nothing's gonna, unless I decide to forgive. Again. Wanda, thank you. As Wanda said, unless you are willing to forgive, you're gonna continue to carry that with you, and it's not worth it. It is not worth it. Thank you for sharing, Wanda. Thank you for sharing, Pop Ross. Dee, do we have a question? Or did you give it to me?
Oh, we do.
Okay, so this is from
Wanda.
Wanda? Okay, Wanda. All right. Wanda wants to know, how long did it take you to write your book? Now that it is written, what's next for you? Wanda. Thank you for that loaded question, woman of God. Okay, so honestly, this book, even though it took like maybe 10 to 15 years in the making, maybe 20, to be honest, I don't know. It's been that long. But to write it, I was in front of a computer for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It took, because the day I told you I was in the car incident situation where I couldn't go back, and he put me with 2 little kids that I had, because I didn't go back to school, but I didn't go back home for that semester. And there was a family that needed a night sitter for a little boy and a little girl. So I applied for it, and then I was able to help them because they were a military family, whatnot. And so, in the daytime, I would spend time with them. In the evening, after the little activist boy, because he was an activist, would go to sleep, then I would go ahead and just sit in front of the computer and say, okay, now what do you want me to do? And as I sat on the computer, I was just going like this. And the structure of the book, everything about this book came straight from here. I kid you not, in my younger years, I used to write novels, little high school things when I came from school, nothing better to do, I was writing. But the structure of this book was directly from him. So I sat in front of the computer each night. And the assignment took 2 weeks too. No problem, you're fine. The assignment took 2 weeks as well, and then the book was finished right when the assignment started and the assignment finished. So that's how long it took to write the book. And I know there are artists too, they could write a song in 5 minutes, and it becomes a bestseller. So things like that, if you're meant to do it, if that is an assignment for you, don't stress it out, because I just want to encourage the writers out there. Welcome, welcome. I just want to encourage the writers out there. It's not about your lack of, or there's people that's better. Don't put yourself down. Just believe in that little spark of fire that's there. And then the title. Once you get the title, then okay, how is this relatable to my life? Like, what can I teach people about this, or how does this relate to me, where I can walk somebody else through it. So that's what you have to figure out when you're thinking about writing a book. Like, who's the audience, who is it going to reach, and why is this book going to be significant for anyone to hear? And then the next part of the question was, now that it's written, what's next for you? This first book launch that we're having here is pretty much me stepping out and promoting. Even though I have a lot of things coming up, I will be traveling out of the country. Welcome, sweetheart. I will be traveling out of the country, but I wanted to make sure that I at least made this known to whoever needed to be known to, whether it's us here and those that are going to be listening live, or those on YouTube. God bless you, thank you. And those that are on Facebook, that I didn't want to just leave and put this, now that it's here, I'm just gonna hide it. It costs me too much. And so I don't want to do that, and that's why I'm staying. So what's next for me, pretty much, Wanda, is I want the world to know this story. And I want, even if it gets one person saved, or one person's life is changed, transform, families, whatever it does, as long as it's positive and it is going to be life-changing for the person, bring inner healing, bring, unity with the vision, all of that. That's what I want. And so I want to do a book tour as well, but because of my plans, it might not be in the US, might be where I am. So whatever, I'm open. I'm just open. If you are here and you need me to come and speak, engagements or whatnot, just let me know, because people need to hear and people need to know it's okay. Your journey, whatever it is, but you can't stay in that place of, sadness all the time, or that place of, doubt, and not, because the main point of the book, it says, will you answer the call or stay on the sideline? Chosen, now what? Because I felt like I was on the sideline most of my life, whether it was in high school, middle school, like, I didn't like to talk to people much, or I was a loner. And so I was sitting back, watching people enjoy their life. And so I said, this season in my life around, I want to be a spectator. I don't want to be a spectator in my life. I want to go out there and do and explore and just, live the rest of my life with meaning, with purpose. And so that's what my next season looks like for me right now. And before we do any other questions, you guys want to go back to another chapter?
Yeah, go back to that.
A chapter? Okay. Who wants to be next? First, okay. How's everybody doing out here? How's everybody? Hey,
Okay.
thank you, thank you. I'm gonna make sure my first fruit, chosen fruits are awake.
All right.
Yes. Ooh, oh boy. The misunderstood truth. You guys, boy. You're just on another level out here, okay? This is I better not, but if I do, it's okay. We're healing together. Healing together. Misunderstood truth. Let's see what that's. And that's the second chapter. You guys are just going from chapter to chapter. Amazing. This one, the misunderstood truth. Again, we are in the same chapter here. Okay, it says, bless you. It says, never give anything never give anyone or anything the power to feel that they have the right to speak into your life just because. They do not have the right to speak on what they do not know. If they knew what they were talking about, they would know that no one in their right mind would choose to live under a bridge or eat from a garbage can every day. No one in their right mind would want to stand on the road to beg for food or give their children to the state because he cannot afford to take care of them. Little do they know that some choices you have made in life were no fault of yours. Life handed you a card, and all you were trying to do with the little information and knowledge you had was play the card to the best of your ability. Nothing is more heartbreaking than to hear stories of people doing things that are considered a disgrace in society because no one took the time or cared enough to tell them there is an answer to their plight in life, and that the road to your journey is not a dead end track. The Word of God tells us in John 3:16-18, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in him will not perish but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son in the world to condemn the world, but that through him they might be saved. He believed in him. He believed on him. He who believe on him is not condemned, but he who believe not is already condemned because he had not believed in the name of the Holy One. Often you can find that the same people sitting within the four walls of church being judged because their praise and worship is too loud, too boisterous, or because their prayer is a bit too long. They do not seem to fit the profile of what a chosen child of God should look like. We find such outrageous discrimination not only in the world but in the very house of God. And of course it goes on. So the misunderstood chapter for me here is, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't think just because you haven't walked that walk that it's not going to happen to you, or you're exempt. Because nobody asks to be rejected. Nobody asks to be hurt or despised or abused physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Nobody asks for those things. But when it happened, what do? What do you do when you can't go to the one you trusted to share your heart with? What do you do when you can't go to your own family? What do you do when you have no one? It's you, that darkness that creeps in every time it keeps telling you you're not good enough. No, just go ahead and do it. Just go. What do you do then? Because you just see me in the outwards, but you don't know what I'm going through on the inside, and you just presume that, no, she's good. She's got a smile on her face, she's good. Oh no, he's good, he's driving a nice car. You don't know going through. So make sure that, before you judge, you at least take the time to say, are you okay? Do you need help? So the misunderstood factor for me is that never think you know somebody's story just because he say, she say, they say, they all said, and then you all of a sudden gonna figure, okay, yeah, they're right. Yeah, she look like she's mean, but you don't know if that person. Come on in, God, come on in, welcome.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Get some refreshments. So never misunderstand that a person's attitude is not always the first it's a first impression, right? But you don't know what that person went through at home, and you met them and they had a little attitude. But how you react to that person again is gonna make all the difference. Whether they're mean to you doesn't mean you have to carry that on. So that's that chapter for me. Being misunderstood is you just never know. You never know what somebody's going through or has been through or will walk through. So be kind, and be nice. Any other? Was there another question?
I'm shy.
Don't be shy. What's your name again?
My government is Marcus Dawson, but I'm called Musa.
Okay, Musa, come up here. Don't be shy, because you see me, I cried in front of you. You're my chosen fruit. So this is not the time to be shy, Musa. Come over here and share whatever's in your heart you want to share.
Okay, so it seemed like The book is based on trauma, and I could identify by it because my ex was a narcissist. Not throwing those stones. After I studied it, it made like everything she done and everything about her was narcissistic. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm isolated like right now, and what I'm doing is putting my focus in my business and everything that I can do to uplift myself to overcome every obstacle that was thrown at me, just to show that I'm harder than that. It takes a lot to break me. So for like a year, I was homeless, and I'm from Brooklyn. And when I met her, she was in a shelter, and I had my own, and I invited her in just to come here to be homeless. So basically, but right now I got a company that's offering me 120,000 per truck and like I'm close to showing that I'm harder than that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's give Musa a hand
Yeah.
clap.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Musa,
Appreciate
for
you.
sharing. I appreciate you. Because, you know, when we hear narcissist, we were with you on Blantyre, don't worry. Don't forget. When we hear the term narcissist, we think of it's a lot of men. That's what they portray, you know, these men are out there being narcissists. But there are some women with that same characteristic. Abusing men verbally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, financially. So you have to, just like, there's a prime example, and a lot of men don't talk about it because sometimes you could feel shame. Like you said, this book is about trauma. Yeah, there's a lot of trauma, but we're gonna get through it together in the name of Jesus. I got no other name because I got me through here. So I'm so sorry if I'm offending anyone. Talk to me after. I'll get you saved. Don't worry. Yeah, so Musa, going back to your point, yeah, it is very traumatic, and the fact that you still here, you say, I'm standing, and what should have broke you, what should have took you under,
Amen.
is you being elevated. Because you're chosen. You're not chosen to be broken. You're not chosen to walk the walk of shame for the rest of your life.
No.
No, sir. So we are proud of you, and I commend you, and I say, you know, get that job, and then make everything that you want to make out of yourself. And don't forget to give God the glory. And then after that, men of God, forward. You keep pressing, because you are leaving a legacy, and thank you for that.
Yes, thank
And
you.
while you're doing that, you know, isolation, you mentioned isolation. Let's go to the isolation factor. I don't even have to pick a card. That was your card. You said and look, I opened it to isolation. Now, you see, thing is by coincidence. Isolation.
Okay.
All right, so let me see what we have here for you. It says a life of isolation can fall into two categories. The first category is that you can be in a room filled with people and you still feel isolated. You are in a room where everyone is having a good time. From the outside looking in, you fit the profile based on the people that are around you. When the truth is you are sleeping in your car, have not eaten for days, and you are not quite sure where your next meal is coming from. And I don't need to tell you what, as you as I'm reading this, these are actual, based on true events. Okay?
Yeah.
So I don't need to tell you no more than that.
I get it.
Been there, done that, and
Yeah.
some. You are spending time at the feet of Jesus, crying. You're trying to figure it out. Lord, did I miss you? You have separated me and isolated me from my loved ones. And although I have been emotionally wounded, you have emotionally wounded me, they simultaneously feel like an empty, simultaneously feel an emptiness in me. So you keep on reasoning with God. And then the second category is that you will be stripped of everything. I don't know which one's worse, the stripping or the just being in the room pretending all is well. So they were both bad. The second category is that you will be stripped of everything you consider near and dear to you. because of this scripture, Luke 9:57-62. It came to pass that as they went in their way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow you wherever you lead me. And Jesus said to him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head. And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Jesus said unto him, Let the dead bury the dead, but go thou and preach to the kingdom of God. And another one said, Lord, I will follow you, but let me first go bid my family goodbye, which they are at home right now. And Jesus said unto him, No man having put their hand in the plow and looked back is fit for the kingdom. The comfort of his mother and his family. The call and cost to follow Jesus is, if you are authentic about fulfilling the call of God in your life, it will cost you everything. So, being isolated, like I was saying earlier, is not something you choose. If I said, Josh, I want you to take an isolated trip. You don't know where you're going, you don't know what you're going to eat, you don't know, you got to leave all your loved ones. Would you be jumping up and down saying, yes, let's do this? No. Because you are being asked to go in the blind faith of a God that you're serving, that he said to Abraham, leave your kindred folks and follow me. And that's what I felt. And you didn't choose to be homeless because you had everything. But there was an assignment to come to take you out, isolating from friends and family. You understand? And that person didn't just come and took you home. They probably took you away from friends, from family, from all of this, where you had no one could hear you crying out for help. Because they know, no, he's from Brooklyn, he's strong. What do you mean? You homeless, bro? No. Things are happening. If you're not careful, you'll end up in a place that you feel so ashamed, so that you're dying a silent death, like the carbon dioxide. It's killing you silently. It's a slow death. So I commend you for fighting, for keep on here. Okay, so we want to tell you, those are on YouTube and Facebook, there's help out here. There is help, and you don't have to stay in that condition. Musa didn't stay in that. I'm not staying in that. None of us here want you to stay in that. So the help is there, and reach out to us. Mom Blundell, I believe you had a question. Come on up.
How I, the Creator, do with each and every one of us. As they come out, I'm like, oh yes, so that's what's happened, that's what happened. I was raised, I'm a Jamaican, raised with my mom and myself. And she had a hard time. She could hardly feed me. She could hardly feed me. I knew, but I was one of these children who, don't worry, Mom, I'll be all right. And somehow I would find some way to find food for both of us, right? We lived in not very good situations, but I always said to myself, I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna have a house. And when I would sing a lot. Didn't think I could sing, but I thought I was the best singer, And I would go and hide from her, because whenever I did that, she knew that I was sad. So I would hide from her. But the Holy Spirit said to me, you're going to be a great woman. You're going to be a great woman. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, So I grew up like that. Then I met my husband. And he was from a totally different thing. It's like, how dare you even look? He didn't say that, but I, in myself, thread on me. And because of that, I said, I'm going to show her. She can't tell me what to do. So we got her, we started talking to each other. I was in school and I wasn't doing as well as I was supposed. There he was. He was on top of everything. He showed me how to do this, you know, and just everything I needed. I'm like, oh yes, thank you, Jesus, you know. So we grew up after that. We grew up together. Then she thought that if she got me in a house now, she would put both gang up on her. You know what I'm saying? And we grew together. I had 2 children, and one of them, she was bright. He took her on. She made through everything. She got scholarships. She's a big time this all over the world, traveling and stuff. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So what I tell, I have a way I talk to people now when I see them giving up. You can't give up on God. You can't give up. You are being trained for the future. You're being trained for the future, but if you don't have all the parts of it, you're going to lose. And I tell them, don't do that. Learn from the hard part, and then you'll see the easy part. We're going back to Jamaica. In Jamaica now, we have land, lots of land. What I did, I called my kids together and I said, guess what? I don't need no land. You take it and do what you know you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it anymore. But I can always go. I have a little part. I say, you don't have to give me a little place. But I see what they're doing. They are so on top. My husband can tell you now. Come here, babe.
Is it makes you stop and reflect on everything. And as Musa and Josh, you're at the time in your life right now where what the decisions that you make right now, this week, this month, and definitely this year will affect you for the rest of your life. Things are moving much more rapidly now than they ever have in the past. So you don't have time to make mistakes. Okay? None of us have time to make mistakes. Blondell's one of the few people I know that can get through solitude well. And solitude has never been isolation for her. Isolation, however, I've been isolated at times, and it's not good. It's not fun. And it causes you to reach out to do things that you shouldn't do because you've been frustrated, you've been, somebody's put the governor on you, you haven't been able to do what you wanted to do when you needed to do it. And one of the things I know about this lady over here is that Valerie's one of the people who, if you talk to her on a regular basis, you will never see a down day. Okay? That's her personality. But the fact of the matter is that sometimes you have to look past the facts to the truth. And we don't do that very often. We make our decisions based on facts. Well, guess what? Facts, might remind you, Joe Madden used to be manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, but he's not anymore. Facts change. Situations change. And what we need to have is our relationship with God that allows us to take His truth and apply it to our situation. And sometimes that's really hard. That's really hard. But these two ladies know something about that. Thankfully, I'm very close to this one. And quite close to that one. But it's very true. And what you've said, and what you guys talked about in terms of isolation, in terms of rejection. To me, rejection is the crime of today. Because after rejection, if you don't resolve rejection, that becomes bitterness. And if you don't resolve the bitterness, that becomes anger. And guess what? What does the Bible say about anger? What does He say about anger unrequited? Okay? You won't get anything from God until you deal with the anger. Everything you do, if you don't let go of that anger, He's just not going to listen. And that's what He says. But the rejection is what starts all that. And we have to just stop that. And so when you see people who are being rejected, hey, what can I do for you? How can we stop this in your life? Because it'll be a life well wasted. You know, I don't know anybody that's got 10 years to waste. You know, it just doesn't work. Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much.
One more thing. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. For He has founded it upon the seas, and hath established it on the floods. Who shall ascend in the hills of the Lord? And who shall stand in His? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, that hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, or sworn deceitfully. This is the generation of them. This is the generation of them. This is the generation of them that seek Him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. So lift up your heads, O ye gates. Be lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord God Almighty. He is the King of glory. Selah.
Selah. Before we Selah, talk about what Papa Ross just said, your dad just said about the isolation. Like, there's few of us that can deal with being isolated. How do you deal with that? Like, how are you able to cope with that?
Isolation is not for me. I can't isolate myself. I am a child of God. How can I isolate myself? I know who I am. I know who I am. I am a child of God. I can't isolate myself. I find friends I don't know. I call people and talk to them. It's in my blood. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you isolate yourself, what does it do for you? It takes you into depression. Total and absolute depression. I don't have no time for that. No time. No energy. And this is why sometimes I can go places, I see young people and they're down and stuff. What happened? Mom gone, dad gone, nothing happening, and they just sink into this depression. We're not supposed to. We are each other's friend, partners. Just ask. Maybe just a word. Just talk to somebody. And you see, that's how it is. I just want to talk to you. What do you want to talk? And by the time they come, I find something to talk to them about and lift them up. You got to lift up your people. Lift them up. Thank you, guys. It's my baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. And that's my mom. Wow. I'm overwhelmed. How you guys doing out here? You good? All right, good. So, I'm going to do a part in the bitterness because I believe Papa Ross mentioned it. I'm going to read the chapter of that. And then I want you all to get your Q code, and then restoration will be your own homework, okay? And see how you get there. Because there's more to this book than just meets the eye. So let me do the, because we still have, out of all the chapters, we did isolation. But if the next one, unless you guys want to continue, it's up to you, just let me know. But surrendering, we have surrendering, bitterness, restoration, and forgiveness. So I'm going to read from the bitterness one. And then Musa, if you want, you could come grab one too, okay? So who did it grab one? I believe Wanda, did you grab? Okay. Book isolation, okay, we'll do that.
No, the bitterness.
Bitterness, thank you. Wanda, you just on top of things. Appreciate you.
That would be good.
Because I already forgot. Whew. And the fountain of wealth. Okay, so this. Bitterness, if not dealt with, will take its toll on you. You'll become numb and everything will feel the same, or maybe you won't feel anything at all. You simply only exist, but you are not living the full life that God has designed for you. Your ability to enjoy the everyday little things in life, such as laughter, love, a walk in the park. Come on in, there's free refreshments. A walk in the park. The company of those whom you used to be able to fellowship with has become dull. Life has become mundane, and life filled with dreadful days, which only bring sadness and pain beyond what your words can articulate. You start to feel like everything and everyone seems to be acting negatively towards you. That's bitterness. Everybody's against you. And everyone to be an attack on you, as well as your own attack on you, as well as your very own character is being attacked. When you start looking at things through the eyes of a bitter person, no one can do anything right in their eyes. You become the master controller of your environment, and you begin to operate in the spirit of pride. Pride comes with a mind state of, this is my territory. If you don't like it, if you don't like how I run, free to leave. I don't have time for people who can't see things the way I do. I don't need you here. As believable as those following statements may sound, let's just be honest. What you're really crying out for is someone to see all the pain and the manipulation which you have so quietly, and take your hand from this place of bitterness. Break through all of those rough interiors and to act in the act of stubbornness that you are exuberating. So that's what you're crying out for. Bitterness is not, nobody, just like I told you, nobody wants to sit there and be homeless. Nobody wants to sit there and eat from the trash can. Nobody wants to sit there and being called out of your name. None of that. Bitterness, a cry for help. And as Papa was saying, if you don't deal with that bitterness, you're going to cry until you're in some deep hole and you can no longer be heard. Because you put yourself there, because you were not willing to say, okay, I'm hurting. I need help. I don't understand what's going on around me. Can somebody please help me? So the bitterness is either it's a sign for you to wake up and say, okay, I'm in too deep here. Because I have a chapter on forgiveness. It comes to remind me of that chapter where it says, when you don't forgive, you think you're hurting the other person, but you're hurting yourself. Because you're allowing that person to just hold a space in your heart, a space in your mind that they're not even thinking about you. They're out there partying. But you over here oh, I hate this person. Oh, such and such and so. Oh, I wish they would. And while you're doing that, that person is sleeping in their bed in peace, but you are in you're deteriorating every day because you won't let go of something that that person is not even thinking twice about you. So if you're having any unforgiveness issue or any bitterness issue, please, I would pray before you leave this environment, this chosen moment, that you would release it. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because at the end of the day, you're just going to throw yourself into a deeper pit, deeper lifestyle of next will be revenge. How can I avenge this?
Yep.
And then next will be you'll find yourself in a little prison cell in a deeper hole. So my thing to you is bitterness is not worth it. Yes, you were rejected. Yes, you were completely isolated. Yes, you may not have felt love when you should have been loved. You gave your all, and the person did you dirty, completely dirty. Welcome, Michelle. Glad to have you. We have another little chosen lamb just walking in. Have you here. So just so you know, bitterness is not worth a lifetime, because what you can do in 1 hour of forgiveness can take you 10 years, 20 years, because you were not willing to let go. Like I told you, that person, YouTube, the person is gone already. They don't moved on. You stuck. Let me help you get unstuck today. Let it go. Let it go. Yes, they hurt you. And if the person passed away, you don't have the opportunity to make it right, or they never made it right, still, you choose to let it go. You say, you know what? I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I still have the opportunity to make it right. If not for them, for me. For me. So that's my gift to you. Facebook, make it right. TikTok, all of you out there, every platform, make it right. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Anybody got a bitterness story that you want to share, or how you overcome it? I would love to hear that one.
I just want to say that bitterness will cause sickness. So
Mm.
if you harbor bitterness, it affects your body.
I just want everybody to hear that loud and clear.
Bitterness will cause sickness in your body. It will affect your organs. It will open doors that will cause you to be sick, and you'll have to deal with the sickness as well as the bitterness. So it's not worth either.
It's not worth either. Come on. And that is truth. Go ahead.
Bitterness is stress.
Go ahead, Michelle.
Just wanted to say that meanwhile you're being bitter and you're unforgiving, that person is going on with their lives, right? And you continue to have this stress, right? Stress, pain, heartache, and that person's going on. Let them go. Let it go, forgive, and move on.
Yes. Be like Elsa. Let it go. If that helps you to let it go, put on the soundtrack. Everybody, who said? Let it go. Let it go. Today's your day. If you didn't come here for nothing else, let it go. Even if you think you let it go, reevaluate yourself. Go back and check. Let me double check. Just the person comes to my mind, I feel some kind of way already. You haven't quite let it go. So when you can completely see this person and you don't, no harm, no danger, nothing to come near their dwelling, you have let it go. Okay, so thank you for sharing, ladies. I appreciate that. All right, so now let me see where we are. Okay, so pretty much, as going back to Wanda's question, one of my goals to envision for Chosen Now What, and I do have an organization based on this LLC based on this Chosen Now What. So it's not just a book that I wrote, but I want to make it like a stream where people can come and get help. I want to make it known all over the world, like and I won't let you know let you forget you're chosen and why you're chosen, and until everybody has that opportunity to stand up and live their truth, live their chosen moment, I won't feel at peace. I will not feel at rest until we all come under that one umbrella and be like, you know what? I know my purpose. For a long time, I didn't know my purpose, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But I believe I've stepped into something that is beyond me, and I'm not gonna just lay it down. I'm going to make sure that I don't leave anyone behind who wants to get out of the mundane, who wants to no longer sit in the sideline, who wants to be a part of a community. And I also have a Facebook group of 500 women. It's called God's Passionate Bride. But there's also men, so because bride in the eyes of God is not female, it's not male. He's coming back for a bride without wrinkle, spot, or blemish. So it's extended to little brides, big brides, children, men, women, everywhere. So just so you know, I chose this library to do this because I wanted to bring the awareness. I wanted to look. Josh is here. He doesn't know me from Adams or apples. Musa doesn't know me. Miss Wanda, Michelle knows me. Papa Russ was on there. So of course, God has His way. He brought whoever needed to be here today. But I want this to go beyond me, beyond us. So help me spread this message. That's all I ask, However you choose to do that, blessings, because it will make my heart so happy to know that, somebody, even if you should go back and you listen, you share the live or whatever, I don't know. Just find that little piece of how can I make this, expand this vision of Michelle Valerie's, the chosen one, because I am not only today I'm little first fruit, her chosen first fruits, okay? So I'm not a job to do or anything like that, but I just want to help people. I literally just want, and when I hear testimonies like Musa, Josh, who's doing great things, he's a little secretive about it, but God bless him, who's doing awesome things. I'm honored to know that, we're not all just sitting on the sideline. There are people out here fighting the good fight. Mom Nadia, Pop Ross, Michelle, Miss Wanda, all of us, we are fighting however we know how to fight. We're not just sitting there and just waiting for something to happen. But we're hustling, we're just getting up every day and just say, okay, and this is my thing right now. When I get up every day, Holy Spirit, okay, what's going on? What we're doing today? Before I didn't want to get out of bed. I couldn't care less what was going on in the world. Somebody died? Oh, really? No, because I was calling death. Okay, why are you over here when I just called you, So this is how bad things could get. That, if you're not careful and want to see your life in a better situation, you will stay there. And then, because I'm always reminded in the scriptures, it says, the 4 lepers, why sit here until we died? We died while the king is eating his meal and all of that. So they finally got up, and when they got up, it felt like an army was coming, and all of the Philistines, they all ran. And when they got there, they're like, oh, let's go tell the king. Everybody, all the items are abandoned, the jewelry, the gold, everything. Because they didn't sit there and waited till they died. They say, yeah, we're lepers, and so as they start moving, when you start moving, things happen. Yep. Big or small. I'm starting to move little by little. You being here makes my heart happy. Things are happening. So please don't stop. Don't stop. Do not stop following your dreams, your vision. I don't care how long it's been, 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years. You could be 90 years old. I'm talking to you too. You're 5 years old. I'm talking to you too. We all have a dream. And you as parents, you have to instill that in the little ones. Don't let their little dreams die. If they say, Mommy, I want to be a dancer. Oh, go sit down somewhere. Oh, a dancer. No. Don't, whatever they tell you, push them on. They may not become, that might not be their final destination, but at least you didn't crush the dream. So I just want to just make sure that you know that your vision is as important to me as mine is important to you, because we are in this together. Mine's not more important to you than yours. Yours is not more important to you. What you could do with yours, I can't do with mine. But we can connect together and we can make it happen. You understand? So just never, okay? So yeah, don't isolate anyone. Don't walk in bitterness if because one person did that to you and now everybody has to pay for it. Don't let the rejection become the final legacy that you live in this earth and you're passing it on from your children. Cut those bad, horrible cycles. And you do that by forgiving. Walk at all times. Somebody stepped on your feet and they act like they stepped on your feet. Okay, just look down your feet, make sure your feet is good. Be like, I forgive them. Because if you're gonna sit there and keep telling did Josh step on my feet? Musa, Josh stepped on my feet. Did Josh step on my feet yesterday? Josh been gone. He doesn't even care that he stepped on my feet, but I'm sitting here just a little baggy, just walking around, just proclaiming, and then my feet is hurting. The more and more I talk about it, I'm having toe issues. We don't want that. We do not want to carry these bad, these bad experiences. Let's start making good experiences, And for Josh over here stepping on people's foot, take a little accountability. Take accountability. I'm so sorry I stepped on your feet. Oh, it's okay, Jeff. We're good, I put a little ice on there. We're good. So don't just go around hurting people thinking it doesn't bother them. So if you hurt somebody, also take accountability, because it takes two. It really takes two. Okay?
Two to tango.
Two to tango, yeah. You can tango in the bad way, you can tango in the good way. But we're talking about the good way today, okay? All right. So, Michelle, do you want to come and grab one last one? Let me make sure we're on time. Okay, it's 5:39. We're gonna do our giveaways. I think after that, this is what we're doing. This is like the chapter in the book. This is the last one. If it's restoration, that'll be great, because I'm like touching it, because I want y'all to get your restoration.
No, it's.
She chose the isolation
We already
truth.
did that one.
Oh, we did that one, so you have to pick another one.
I guess I put the bitterness truth.
One, all right. Moving right along.
One more time,
Okay.
emptying out box.
Wait, let's see. The forgotten truth?
The forgotten truth. I even forgot about the forgotten truth. My God. All right, Michelle, let's see what we got here. I forgot there was a forgotten truth, Lord. Okay. Thank you for reminding us. Painful truth. God. I better go back to the table of contents. I may have really forgotten about the forgotten truth. Oh yeah, page 74. It is in there. Lord. All right. So, Michelle, you come here making people work hard. No worries, love. I got you. Because it's vital that we get to the forgotten truth. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't want to forget nothing. Okay. So, the forgotten truth was forgotten because I don't even have a note for it. So, let's go ahead and say it. You consider them your closest friends who should have been there when you lost your loved one, when your house went into foreclosure, when everyone lied to you, or when your marriage fell apart. They promised to be there with you, but now that everything in your life is falling apart, they are nowhere to be found. You are left to fend for yourself and are forgotten by those whom you thought would always be there. But there is a comfort for you today, found in the word of the Lord, Psalms 118:8-9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put your confidence in men. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put your confidence in princesses. What a revelation to know that men, in all of their good intention, will forget you. They will fail you, but God, in His infinite grace, mercy, and abundance of love, will never lead us astray. However, if you are willing to take Him at His word, He will bring us back to the right path, no matter how much you have, no matter how much you have gone through.
Wow.
Yeah. It's taking me back to how much have been forgotten in my life. Can anybody relate? Mm-hmm. A lot of these you don't ask for. Because I know I'm the type, I'll give till I keep up. Just like, well, you read the story, you heard the story. I'll give till I can give no more. And then when I'm in need, I can find one, not one. When they need prayer, call you. Pray my child this, pray that, pray that. You bring up a storm. And then when you need just a little word of, you don't even need that kind of prayer you give, just a little word of encouragement, nowhere to be found. So if that's you today, Facebook, YouTube, all of us here, because I'm standing here and my chosen first fruits are here, that means you are not forgotten. God has not forgotten you. So no matter how forgotten you may feel right now, you lost your life partner, your children, they dropped you off in a nursing home, could care less about you. Your parents, they're taking trips left and right and just leave you in this big old house, thinking, oh, he's okay, he got food, he got... No matter how forsaken or forgotten you feel right now, we are here to tell you, you are never alone. Never alone. You know why? Because there's someone who knows the sting of being forgotten, who knows what it is like to be forgotten. So just, I'm telling you, there's nothing you're going to go through this life that somebody has not experienced. I know the sting of being forgotten because I've been through it, and there are times you're going to still walk through it, but again, how you react, how you come out of it, how you determine that you're gonna make it through and leave a legacy that will be remembered. They wanted to forget you. They wanted to see your downfall. They wanted to see you go to a beast and never come back. But God did not write that story for you. He would never write that story for you. For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son. So that means that mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, cousins, best friends, all of them may forget you, but you are never too far from the God's thoughts. He says, what is man that you're mindful of them so much? They were just a little lower than the angels are a little lower than them. You matter. You're important. You are valuable. We cannot do this thing called life without you. You will be the missing piece of the puzzle, the missing link. So please don't give up, don't give in, don't listen to those voices or those people that are pushing you to the edge just so they can laugh and say, look at that one right there, look at that one. She thought she was gonna make it. He thought he was this, that, or the other. All that time they were waiting for your downfall. So be mindful by who you associate yourself with, especially when you're in that vulnerable state. Those you have around, the people you have around you, the voice that you listen to, the places that you go, guard your heart, guard your mind, your eye gates, your ear gates, guard everything. At this point in this world, there's too much going on for you to be as a loose cannon. And then you want to worry about, or you want to wonder why these people, they whenever I'm going to a party, I call them, I let them know, but when they're going, they don't even bother calling me. Because they're not your people, they're not for you. You're trying to fit something that doesn't fit. So find your people, find your tribe, find your community. If you don't have one, we're here, we are here. Chosen community, welcome. We are here. So I say all this to tell you, you are not forgotten. You are not forgotten. You will never, never, in the eyes of men, yes. In the eyes of the Father, no. Never. Thank you, Michelle, for not forgetting me in the eyes of men. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Musa. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Mom Blondell. Pop Blondell, Wanda. Thank you. And thank you for everybody that had came through. Thank you, young lady. She felt like she was forgotten. I had to remind her. Thank you. You're not forgotten. Thank you, janitor, for cleaning the area for us. You understand? Everybody matters. Don't matter what your status is in life. Be kind to everybody. That's another thing. Come on in, darling. God bless you. Come on in. What's your name?
I'm Gloria.
Hi, Gloria. Welcome. Take a seat, Gloria. Take a seat.
This is a friendly group.
Oh, yeah. We are a friendly community.
Actually,
Gloria.
she's the reason why I'm here, because I
Really?
had to see her, and she's helping me with my resume.
Oh, she's helping you do your resume, you see?
Yeah.
That's what we need. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. My God. Talk to us, Miss Gloria. I need to hear from you, because you're not here by accident, do you? Talk, Miss Gloria. Miss Gloria, share your heart with us today.
Well, I'm new to the area.
Okay.
I came about a month ago, and I met her. She's one of the lioness, and she's taken me around with my friend to every place she goes. You know, almost. You know, we do a lot of stuff. And, you know, she showed me a church, and you know, I'm coming from Bradenton, and we were doing my resume because I you know, I'm a teacher, and so Kelly, you know, she gave me the Kelly
Kelly
agency.
Services. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, so that was kind of easy.
Good.
You know, so I can do that for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, what else? I'm a poet.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do
so
you mind
you need
sharing
some-
something with us?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know, I read most of my
That's fine.
my poetry.
Go ahead. So we're sharing gifts here. Chosen now what? I got a first fruit poet here. My God.
So, who are we though? Let me see if I can find something.
Blondell.
No.
Are you,
My God, we have a poet among us. Look at that. Look at that. You came and there's a poet among us, okay? Hang tight. Hang tight.
well, if I can find,
Facebook, we have a poet. Miss Gloria.
yes, ma'am.
No, go ahead, sweetheart. Take your time. I just wanted Facebook to hear what you got to say, you know?
Yeah, I'm so bad when it comes to this stuff.
No problem.
What I need my own.
Nobody else come with me. Mom Blondell, while Miss Gloria's looking for that, can you sing that song? The one you said you were singing, you used to sing it when you were younger? No, you know which one that. Let her sing it.
Whatever you want to do.
Tell her, you know the one I'm talking about.
Which?
The one she was singing yesterday. I think it's the famous one that she sang in the choir, the school choir. Okay, Mom, what song do you have a song you want to sing?
I'm drawing zero now.
Yeah, I know which one, but I just don't know the name. You were singing it yesterday. You said this was the song that, you know, you used to sing all the time. If you're walking, you would sing it by yourself to the children. It doesn't have words. It's more like an African or some kind of beat. That
No,
one.
wasn't that one.
Not that one?
Sing that one. Yeah, that's that one.
No.
I like that one. It reminds me of Sonia or Sonia, whatever.
I don't remember.
Nervous.
No, you got through the first verse and that's it.
No, you sound great to me.
Anyway,
I like things that are exquisite.
so.
Thank you. So, Miss Gloria, you found it?
I found one.
All right,
There you
let's go
Good.
for it.
There we go.
Okay, this one is called, Seeing.
Yeah, you could turn here because that's where the camera is.
Okay. Okay, this poem is called Seeing. Learning to see the end results makes justice the only sword that cuts with a double-edged blade, and thereby the law of the land. So what makes us feel so bad about letting the end justify the means? Can you picture a pendulum? Edgar Allan Poe could. Put yourself in his place. Sorry. Edgar Allan Poe could. Put yourself in his picture and see his mind viewing a swinging sword, eternally swinging with the threat of imminent death. Would you even think to take a chance and make any move to see what's behind on the other side of that sword, on the other side of that blade? Truth is that the nature of vision removes any probability that justice remains blind. The eagle eye of vision's blinding sun appears as danger to an unsuspecting darkness. Knowing intent results in a completed sight. Understanding the present results in the ability to apply the past to the present. However, if your vision knowledge of compassion, you will remember to prepare yourself with sunglasses just in case you need to have, just in case you have no hope of getting behind the past to reflect your image by its darkness. Furthermore, you should not take any chances and wonder if darkness should suddenly wake up and there would not be a light shining from his eyes. Therefore, in the foregoing paragraphs, the end, the means always justifies the end.
Wow.
Okay, since y'all like that one, I'll try you one more.
All right.
I'll try
Well, that
to
was
find
beautiful.
a short one. This one is about women. I've got a whole series of them about women.
Oh, yeah, we need that.
Melody of thought number 6. Woman. Men call us mothers when we give them life, call us wife when they marry us. Now, someplace in between now and then, and us and we, a need for a shining star emerged. Now, that would be all right with the us part. However, pollution is a fear, and down the line, if the battery goes dead, our own sons will be blind, and that's a horse of a different color.
Wow, that's great.
That was beautiful, Miss Gloria.
Thank you.
All right. Miss Gloria, come.
Very good.
Oh, we'll do this later. I wanted Miss Gloria to take, because, I need to take a picture with the poet. How many of you wish you were here to take a picture with the poet? I'm sure. All right, thank you so much, Miss Gloria.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. My pleasure. Yes, if you guys need some snacks, there's snacks in the back, Miss Gloria, okay? Whoever wants to have some refreshments. Whew, I feel full. I haven't even eaten today, but I'm overwhelmed. Welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for coming. Come on in. What's your name?
My life.
My Life.
Yes.
Oh, that is quite unique, My Life.
Thank you.
Okay.
New to the area.
You're new to,
Browsing.
okay, browse away, you in the right place, my life. Okay, I'm gonna call you my life forever. I love it. Such a beautiful ring to that. Okay, well, welcome. We are just having our heart to heart of being chosen. You know, now when life takes you through trials and tribulations, just like you say, you're new to this area. Do you mind coming to share a little bit of your story with us? Because I would love to hear it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Right here, Sue.
Put me on the spot.
Oh, yeah, my life. I feel like you got a story to tell, woman of God.
Well, hello, my name is My Life. What do you want me to say?
You said you're new to the area. Where did you come from, or and what are you looking to do? Things of that nature.
I was living in Miami. I really felt out of place. I just came back into society after doing 6 years in prison. And I wanted something stable for my daughter. And Miami just wasn't it anymore. So I decided to leave and go somewhere different. And my husband's familiar with this area, so he was like, you know, let's go move up. You know, there's other things to see. My mom lives in Palm Bay, which isn't too far from here. And he was like, there's other things to see besides Miami. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. You know what? Let's go see something different. So I came out here. I've been out here for like a week. I really like it. There's a lot of nature, and I don't know, it's just a calm and peaceful. We bought our first house here. I'm a nail tech. My husband's a medical assistant. And we've been doing really good. I'm working on enrolling my daughter in school. I really like the community. I can't complain.
Okay, my life. Thank you so much. Do you have any talents?
Yeah, I do nails.
Yeah. Come show them your nails so they can come and see. Do you have like a place you work or stuff
I
like
work
that?
from home.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
You can get this in Lakeland, Florida. So please make sure. So how do they contact you?
On
For the nails.
Instagram at
Instagram?
Loyalty Nails.
Loyalty Nails. We have My Life at Loyalty Nails. If you're in the Lakeland area, right?
Yes, Lakeland.
Okay, Lakeland area. Please see Miss My Life over here because she living her best life. And I want you to have your life straight. Thank you so much, my life. May I hug, love? Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome. Let's welcome. Welcome to the area. My life, you'll never be a stranger again. You got us. You are not alone, my friend. My heart is overwhelmed here. So I don't know. I mean, I still feel like I should do. Where's the box? Somebody. Oh, my life. You could go ahead and pick a thing. We'll do one more of this, okay? I feel like I want everybody to partake in that. My God. Are you guys good? You good? All right. All right. So you look like you there. You real good. I can tell. Wow. Michelle, thank you so much for coming. Come here, Michelle. Let's have a little chat.
Should we do this chapter or no?
Oh, the restoration chapter. I was gonna skip that one, but see if she get another
She
one.
pulled
honey.
it. Okay.
Okay, but if not, we'll go. Michelle, honey, can you tell us, how you came to this opportunity here, this moment?
Well, Valerie, my friend here, well, basically, we've been, oh my gosh, since I moved here from New York, so it was about over 10 years ago, right? Going on 20? It's been a long time.
That's why I can't keep up anymore, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, so Valerie invited me for her book. I didn't even know she was writing a book, so I was just like blown away. And
surprise.
But awesome. I just found, this is really awesome. And for you to pour out your heart for others, right? Because yes, you're writing a book, but I feel this is for others to really be able to pour out there and pour out their heart, and not to just leave the past and the hurt and all of that behind and focus on what God's future is. And so I'm really, really excited and just wanna, I feel so proud of you, like that's so awesome, and I'm really appreciative. I got my book ordered, so can't wait to get it, and I will be reading.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be
Thank
here if you
you.
need me to answer any questions.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, my love.
Thank you.
Okay, no worries. So remember, guys, wow. Yeah, so before you leave here, we're gonna take, for those that haven't taken the pictures with, over there by our picture wall, we're gonna take the pictures, and then after that, this is the QR code if you want to continue your journey with me, to obtain yours, okay? Because I really, really want everybody to be free. Free at last, free at last.
Thank God Almighty.
We are free at last. So, my life, because the restoration truth. So we'll hit those two. Actually, I said I'm gonna do the restoration. Maybe I should keep my word, so you guys can see that for yourself. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do, because look, I opened it again at the surrendering truth. I think somebody's on point. We're on point here. Okay, so surrendering truth says, I know there is something in your life that looks good and may not even seem. I know that looks good and they may not even be sins. God is asking you to give him that very thing. If it is a thought that you cannot fathom why God is asking you for this, then those things may be just a crutch for you to lean on. They may not actually be good for you. Whether it is your significant partner who tells you how special you are, or your child that you have been holding on to, when God is saying, like Hannah in the book of Samuel, I will grant you your request, but can I trust you to offer it back to me wholeheartedly? That house, that car, that ministry, that business, the college you wanted to get into so badly, would you give that very thing right back to God? The longer you hold on, the louder God will speak to you, so that you do not miss his blessing that will bring greater increase in your life. You see in John chapter 12, you see in John chapter 12, verse 24, verily, verily, I say it unto you. Have a seat, love.
I wish I could, but I actually was leaving, but,
Okay.
I just wanted to stop in and see if anybody did want to sign this or not.
Yeah, because I believe they came in and they did not, but you can have some refreshments.
Oh, I would, but I got my kids in the car and stuff,
Okay.
but thank you so much.
My
I really
pleasure.
wanted
You
Thank
too.
you.
You're welcome. And this is, you see in John chapter 12, verse 24, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat falls unto the ground and dies, it abides alone. But if it dies and brings forth much fruit, sometime the very thing that you believe God brought to you is the very thing he will require of you. As you continue your chosen journey, you will come to understand to never hold on to anything so closely that you can't give it back to your Heavenly Father. Whew. So, for those of you who have abandonment issues, letting go, yeah. Your chosen journey, when God asks you to surrender, is not going to be an easy task. Because there are things he's going to ask of you, like he asked Abraham, give me the son that I promised you will be the one that bring you much seeds, much fruits, you'll populate the earth. I want that child back. And then he's like, God, okay, you want that child back, then who's gonna do all that promise? But sometimes he just tests you, he's just testing you. He didn't really literally take Isaac from Abraham. He just said, I wanted to see, do you love me more than these? So never put anything or anyone in such pedestal above God, because God is a jealous God. Never put, God is a jealous God. Never put anything or anyone above God that you know. If he asks you for this tomorrow, you'll be like, oh Lord, no. Ask me for anything else. Because that very thing he's asking you for, it could be to test you. It could also be that he's trying to get a blessing to you. So the little thing you think you're holding, there's a bigger blessing behind that door. So do not forsake the voice of God when he's saying, you know what? He's saying, listen, I have better for you. I just need you to trust me. Even when you cannot trace me, you can't see me, I need you to trust me, because what I have for you, like Miss My Life, who, if she didn't leave Miami instead of her comfort zone and just, she would not have the opportunity to be here today or be among us and see that, okay, you know what? It's not as lonely as it is. There is a community. There is people that care. And we care. So I just want to tell you, we care, Josh. Okay? So My Life, we are here for you. And this community, you could reach out to us I have a women's group on Facebook. It's called God's Passionate Bride. My name is Michelle Charles on Facebook, but Michelle Valerie is the writer here. So I just want you to know, no matter what, surrender. You being here is sacrificial, right? I'm sure there's other things you could be doing, but you're surrendering that time to God because there is a message. There's something he needed you to hear to catapult you into your next level, your next season. I don't know what that is, but personally, I know each and every one of you know what that is. Okay? So do not forget that. And also, may I have your name again, love?
Gloria.
Gloria. I kept saying Rosie, but I'm like, she's not Rosie. Miss Gloria, even with the teaching, with Kelly Services, that's going to be your stepping stone. Because I had to go through them as well to do the substitute, And so you saying that, I just want to encourage you that you're on the right path. And then, of course, keep applying, as a normal teacher, but that's going to give you what you need to go forth. So I'm going to do the giveaway. Is everybody in here?
Yes, everyone is there.
Okay, everybody did the sign-in sheet with all their information because I'm going to send out the newsletter. I want you guys to be in the next event. I will be having a book launch and an actual book release at Barnes & Noble. So that's going to be on my site. So be in the lookout for that. And I would love to see you guys there again. And you'll actually have if you buy the copy today, once you do the QR code, if you bring it there, I'll be more than happy to sign it, okay? It's just that this was released today, so unfortunately I could not do anything else. All right, so you got the giveaway. There was 2 more chapters, but I think, let me see. The painful truth and the forgiveness truth. You guys have homework. I'll leave that for homework with the restoration truth, okay? Because I'm not over here trying to spoon feed nobody. You got to walk it out, walk it out. All right, love, so got this. So how many we have? I think I have to do one for the online people. So, YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and see, who was here first. I'll go with that, for that. And then Facebook, so if I don't get your guys' contact, I can't do nothing about it, but I just wanted you to know I didn't forget you. You are not forgotten. That's chapter 5. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, so how much we have left, Dee?
We have 4.
All right, come on down, Mont Blondel. Woo!
Okay, the price
All
is
right, the price is right. Yes, and make use of it. All right, I know you will. Look at me being nosy.
Don't look.
Let's see. And before you leave again, I want to take a picture with whoever I did not get to take a picture with, and then a group picture, okay? Okay. Josh! Josh, you in the house, bro? All right. You see, you are not forgotten, Josh. Okay, let's see. And if you don't get one, please, you still not forgotten. But as a matter of fact, I don't know if I'll be doing I might just give these away and then bring you Facebook and YouTube. You gotta come face to face to get your gifts, okay? Let's see here. Oh my God. These were not the ones I had to do this with, but.
We probably should have cut the strings off.
Russ! Paparazzi, come on down, come on down. And I was gonna put your names on there just to be fair, but it is what it is. All right, Michelle B, Michelle Brown. Some people are in here, they left, I think, already. My life is yours. My life, come on down. Okay, here we go. Last but not least, I should have bought the other ones I had, but unfortunately, I don't have. I hate to see nobody have. Gosh, what can I give? Such a giver, right? That's what gets me in trouble. All right. Who's going to be the?
Mar?
Yeah, Marcus.
Marcus?
Oh, Marcus.
Oh, I was
Okay.
looking for Musa. Okay, come on down. Marcus Musa. Yes. Oh.
We have no more gifts.
Oh, we have no more gifts? Actually, don't worry. You see? Yeah. Mom Blondell, I'll get you though.
No.
Can you?
We're fine.
Did you give her one, Miss Gloria?
No.
No, I didn't get one.
Okay. Can Mom, do you have yours? Who has? Because I have another one, but it's just not with me. I'll give it to you. I just want everybody to be, in the vein. My first chosen fruits. Okay, so another part of these gifts that I gave you guys was no, honey, that's a journal.
Oh.
Yeah. This is to get the book. I don't have. This is like I can't sell this one. But if you want to get the book, the QR code, it's on Amazon. You can go ahead and get it there. But I don't have any copies to sign. But I'm going to have a book launch, I'll sign, okay?
I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
When you
Okay, guys, listen to this.
when you're at Barnes and Noble, will you have your books there?
Yes, I will have my books there. It's just that this was released today. Absolutely, like, today. So I apologize, but yes. And if you do get it, once I send the newsletter, come on down and I'll sign it. I'm just excited to sign. But listen, what I was gonna say is the gifts that I gave you guys today are what got me catapult to write the book, journaling. Okay, so this journal that I gave you, please make use of it. You can write your poetries, Miss Gloria, and then get them published. So, and if you need my publisher's information, yeah, come to me after. I'll give that to you. I gave it to Josh already. So other people, if you do need a publisher, she'll be more than happy. She did a wonderful job. Like, look at this. Does this not look like me? Okay. I'm just saying. So, my goodness. Hello. Come on in. Come say hi to me. Come say hi. Yes. I love the love.
You love the love?
Yes. And what is your name?
Andrew.
Andrew. Come, Andrew. Get a little closer.
Don't go too close to her.
What's that?
Andrew, tell us about you, my brother.
Hi. Tell about me?
Yes.
Well, I work for the library.
Okay.
I'm the custodian.
Oh.
I take care of all this and set this all up for you people.
Pete, what is that's you
Oh, God. Spam.
in. So I know how that could be. Let me move this. Go ahead, Andrew. So let's give Andrew. He's the custodian. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. We're gonna try to make this room spectacular clean for you.
Oh, you ain't gotta do that, just gotta, as long as everything's picked up there, I put everything away.
Okay, cool. If you want some other refreshment, please, by all means. Yeah.
If you don't wanna take them home, take them with you, I'll take them back and put them in the fridge.
Okay, very good. Thank
And,
you.
something in the refrigerator, I can put right in the fridge.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. So everybody say hi to Andrew, and thank you, Andrew, for all you do.
You're
This is
welcome.
a great library, okay? So we
Yes.
appreciate you. Okay, so, bye, Miss Wanda. Thank you so much for coming. All right. Ms. Royal, you need a publisher, okay, information. Okay, so we're about to sign off, YouTube and Facebook. The QR code is available on, my actual page, so go ahead and get your Chosen Now What copy. This life-changing book will be yours. Just go ahead and order it. It was released today. And then when you come and see me in Barnes & Noble, I'll be more than happy to sign it for you. Facebook, just the same. And I promise I will. You just gotta bring it and I'll do my due diligence. That's to be announced, but it's gonna be in April. Yeah, in April, probably earlier April or mid-April. But I just wanna, oh, okay, thank you. All right, so I just wanna say thank you, everybody for coming out, for sharing your story, for listening to my story. And just know that, again, you're not alone, you're never alone. We are all some way, somehow connected, whether it's through our pain, whether through our experience in life, our trials, our tribulation, but you are an overcomer. And the fact, again, that I'm holding this book, that sometimes I did not want to get out of bed, sometimes I did not know if I was coming or going, but the fact that I did not give up, because I needed to share this story with you guys, with the world. So I just want to thank everybody for coming, and you have blessed me more than you know, more than you know. So we are signing out, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to get your copy, and don't forget to just love on each other. Love on someone today in the proper way, of course, and know that I love you, God loves you, and we got this. We got this. All right, let's give a hand clap. All right, this is our, yes. All right, say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we are signing out.
Pleasure, man.
Let me make sure I know how to sign out of this.
Did you find good people?
All right.
With you.
All right, YouTube. Thanks for joining. Love you.